Hi, everyone. Hi, nice to see your faces here. Nice to meet you all here. My name's Pit, or Pitsinee, if you want a long version. So I run a whole food catering business and hospitality business from home. And I also partner with doTERRA, which is really cool that I get to work with beautiful people and which is super cool. So I am so excited to be here. And so a little bit about myself with how I came into essential oils world. I was introduced to doTERRA essential oils nearly 2 years ago when I was having problem with sleeping, but that was not the reason I went to a class. I was just curious and I was a little bit skeptical as well. So I attended a class and I learned that I could use essential oils in my cooking. So I was super excited about using essential oils in my cooking because I thought, with catering business and using something super pure and potent would be really amazing for food. Um, and then a few weeks after I used my oils, my sleep started to get better. And I thought, what is this? Why do I get a lot of sleep? Because I had been having sleeping for nearly 10 years and it was really bad. Really, I was struggling so much to the point that um, my health and my physical health, emotional health, and relationship with our children and my husband was compromised. And so I was looking for everything under the sun to help me with my sleep, but nothing worked. And because I ate organically, I looked after myself and I seek out only natural stuff to help me with my sleep, but nothing worked. So I decided that natural things never worked, right? So I went to my GP and begged her to give me sleeping pills. Um, so she gave me slow released, fast released melatonin, this and that, but nothing worked. Anyway, I was desperate and I was so happy that I could sleep better. And in the meantime, things came up in our life. Children got sick and they had everything from infections to seasonal threats and aches and pains and things like that. So I was able to use essential oils for all of those things. And I was really amazed with the result that essential oils could give us. So I thought, there's so many people who need this choice, natural choice, because before I only had one choice. If I had a headache, I would just take paracetamol. If I had XYZ, I would go to chemist or go to the doctor. That was only one choice that I had. So now I have two choices. I go into natural choice. If it doesn't work, I could go and use a different choice, And so I would love people to have choices in their life, which is really empowering. And then on, I start using essential oils in our home cleaning, which is amazing. Our home now has no toxic chemicals. We use essential oils to clean from inside the toilet to the kitchen bench to oven to everything. And I go crazy. I start making everything from scratch, like washing powders and dishwasher and deodorant and face serums and hairspray, all of that. And I decided I wanted to throw away all the things in the medicine cabinets that I no longer need. But there is a little advice here. If you want to do that, you may need to discuss with your partner, your husband first, to avoid some conflicts that I experienced. So that was probably one of the best things that I've done for our family. And so I just cannot imagine not using any essential oils in our lives. So I'm going to actually go through three amazing things about essential oils and 3 ways to use essential oils. And so, because I actually don't know anyone is new to essential oil, like super new to essential oil. So once I've done that, I'm going to share with you my daily rituals and what I use and how I use them. So just so you know that I'm not a doctor, so I cannot prescribe, diagnose, or say these oils are going to cure or treat your disease or anything. So what I do here is to share my experience with you, and a lot of really good experiences with you, and so you can go on to your journey. So the first cool things about essential oils is that it's super safe. Actually, before I do that, I'm gonna go back a little bit. And does anyone here know what an essential oil is? You can answer me. If you don't know, I'm gonna tell you.
I do. Yes.
You do?
Yeah. I do.
Woo!
Yeah.
Okay, so basically essential oils is the concentrated aromatic chemical compounds that are found in different parts of plants. You can find essential oils in leaves, flowers, barks, resins, roots, or seeds. But not all plants have essential oils. About 3,000 plants, the only 200 or 300 plants have essential oils. So so that's really cool. Some plants have no essential oils, some plants have some essential oils. So so a pure essential oils is 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. And plants actually use essential oils to protect themselves, to attract bees for pollination, to like ward off predators, and also because they don't have teeth or claws, so they need to protect themselves from threats like viruses, bacteria, and molds and fungus or things like that. So basically plants immunity. So the way essential oils are distilled, there are a few ways, but the 2 main ways essential oils are distilled are through steam distillation and cold press. So steam distillation is basically essential oils, plant materials are suspended over heat, and the heat pushed through essential oils materials, and essential oils that get like sweated out plant materials, and it becomes a steam, and when the steam is cooled and condensed, essential oils water is collected, and so oils and water are separated from each other. So either the top of the essential oils water or sink down the bottom. So that's how essential oils is collect from a still distillation. For cold press, usually from citrus. So citrus, the skins of citrus fruits are pricked or kind of like grind or grated or something like that, and the fruit will be washed off with water, and that water then gets strained, and then you get essential oils water, and then essential oils and water separated, and you get essential oils from the top, just like that. So goes back to the first cool things about essential oils is that they're natural and safe. So a pure essential oil has nothing added in or nothing taken out. So it's safe for young children, babies, adults, pets. So as long as you use it appropriately, so you are safe, right? And so if you have a peppermint essential oil, and if you grab a peppermint essential oil like this and put it in your palm, a drop, and use your thumb like that, and just press on the roof of your mouth and rub your palms together and breathe it in. Do you know the sensation, the cooling sensation? And it's really powerful. So 1 drop of peppermint essential oil is equivalent to 28 cups of drinking peppermint tea. So it's really potent and really powerful. So in the morning, I love using peppermint essential oil first thing when I wake up, or when I don't want to wake up and I wanted to get going. So I would use essential oils the same way that I just showed to you. So it's really invigorating. It's really going to help you with your focus, and also help you with your digestive system as well. We all drink peppermint tea. So I often use not super boiling hot water, but I just use like more than lukewarm water, and add just a little bit of peppermint essential oils in there to calm my digestive system. And amazing with chocolate as well. So it's a drop of essential oils in melted and cool chocolate, and you can have an amazing chocolate bar, a peppermint chocolate bar. So that's the first cool things about essential oil, is that it's safe and natural. And if you have essential oils with you, or you can, what I love about essential oils, doTERRA essential oils especially, is that they're CPTG standard. So that stands for Certified Pure, Tasted Great. So that means essential oils are pure, without any contaminations or any adulterations. And also essential oils are potent. That means essential oils or plant materials that we, doTERRA, use to distill essential oils are from where they are supposed to grow naturally, organically, or indigenously. So for example, peppermint that I just used, that's from Washington State of DC, and things like lemon from Sicily, and lavender from Bulgaria or South France. So when plant material grows in environment where they are supposed to grow, that's when they have the best chemical profiles, and they're going to be doing what you want them to do. So that's the first cool thing. And the second cool things about essential oils is that they are very effective. So even more effective than modern remedies. So I'm going to show you a little bit about how cells in your body works. So say this is your cell, and every cell in your body has a lipid membranes, like a fatty membranes around to protect the cells from 2 things that are very harmful to cells, like Mr. B and Mr. V. So Mr. B, which is bacteria, is big and clunky. They live outside the cell. But Mr. V, it's quite small, and they can duplicate these DNA and get into your cells. They're very, very clever and nasty. So when you go to, when you have bacterial infection, you go to a doctor, and the doctor will give you antibiotics, and then you take it for 5 to 7 days, you feel better because antibiotics works. That's great. But what you don't see is that the antibiotics causes a lot of damage in your gut bacteria. So often you still need to go and get probiotics to heal the damage. So when you have a viral infection like cold and flu, you go to a doctor, or maybe you don't go to a doctor, but if you do go to the doctor, often you get told that there's nothing they can do. So just go home and have a rest and drink plenty of water and rest. That's because the pharmaceutical drugs is water-based, and it cannot penetrate the fatty cell membrane, so it can't do anything. So it's not going to be effective. Whereas essential oils is very tiny. One drop has 40 million molecules, and it's really light and very fatty. So they can get into your cells and help to eliminate threats like that. So at our home, when we have, I'm going to give you an example of our little our boy who used to have like infection on his bottom. He used to have boils. So when he had boils, he used to come to us when it's all too late. And we used to take him to a doctor, and he would get given antibiotics, and we had to treat that boys and for like 5 to 7 days to get past others. It's really, really messy. But when I think about 2 months after I joined doTERRA and got essential oils, I wanted to experiment. So I used tea tree on his boil and a little bit of correct eggs. I didn't know why I used correct eggs. I just did. And this is like antiseptic ointment. And so I covered up with plaster and did it twice a day. So the second day, that big boil has gone right down and kind of like shrunk to nothing. So that was really, really amazing. Usually when we experience having boys in our home, and we would take them to doctor, and once they get treated antibiotics within a month or two, that boy will come back to either the same spot or somewhere nearby. But with tea tree and correct X that I just mentioned, we haven't got boil ever since. So that explains to you why essential oils are more effective than modern remedies. Because when essential oils get into your body, it works with your cells, and it helps you body to go back to homeostasis or back to balance. So that's really, really cool. So who can tell me what the second cool things about essential oils? Okay, everyone's quiet. I basically talk to myself. So super effective. Oh yeah. Okay, great. So the third amazing things about essential oils is that they are very affordable. We save so much money now from not having to go to a doctor, not having to pay for any modern remedies or anything at all. So our home now, in the past 2 years, we haven't actually taken anything. We haven't actually had any flu jabs or anything. We're not anti-vax or anything, but because of the essential oils, we can use that to really help ourselves get better. Even just, when we know that something's coming on and we know that we're gonna get sick, we just use certain oils and we just kind of like protect ourselves like that. And it's really amazing. It's really powerful. And also being a mother as well, you know, when you're able to use natural solution to look after yourself and your family members, and that's really empowering. So like, what's the cost to go to GP now? Does anyone know? Is it like $17 or something? Maybe more in the city?
My GP is $95 for a visit.
What? Oh my gosh. The last time, like that was 3 years ago when I moved my GP from the city to where I am now. It's $17 and I thought, oh yeah, that's fine. So it's just all of us here are women. Hey, there's no man. I'm going to share something quite embarrassing here. So I was quite prone to having like bacterial infection. So about 3-4 years ago, and I went to a doctor, and you know, and I had antibiotics, but about maybe 4 or 5 months ago, there was an episode, and I thought, okay, do I go to a doctor? Maybe not. Maybe I'll just gonna try some essential oils first. So the first 2 days, it felt like nothing worked. So I thought, okay, it's not going to work for this sort of infection. So I really needed to go to a doctor. And third day, and I thought, oh my gosh, I'm gonna give it another day. So the day 4, I think I started to get better. And Amy can share with you what I used, so because I asked Amy what to use, and so it worked, and it was amazing, and I haven't had anything back ever since. So I saved that $17, which was really amazing. And for our kids though, when we used to take our kids for you know, a trip to hospital, and it cost us $0, but we still need to take like, you know, half a day off, or they are miserable and we still need to pay petrol to jump in the car. And so, and it's really, really affordable when you think about it. And it's just essential oils cost like cents per drop. And so that's the third cool things about essential oils, is that it's affordable. And now, Amy, I can't share the screen, can I? But that's okay. I'm gonna go without sharing screen. So
You can. You just go hover your button over the bottom, and down the bottom there'll be a little green box that points upwards that says share.
Okay. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I should have shared it earlier, but I'll share it anyway. So no, I'm not going to share it. How do I get back? Okay, I'm not going to share it. It's too late. So there are 3 ways. We're going to talk about 3 ways to use essential oils. So very, very easy to use. We just use the first way is to just rub essential oils in our hand and inhale it, and that's the first way. Amy said, "Oh, I'll be interested to know." Yeah, we'll let you know. We'll yeah, we'll put in a chat. So the first way to use is aromatic. Aromatic way is to just inhale essential oils from your hands like I just did, or just open your bottle and have a lovely inhale, or just add essential oils into your diffuser. That's the easiest way and probably the most effective way and to use essential oils. And also for me, my preferred way is to just use essential oils into put essential oils into the diffuser. So when you put your fingers onto the bridge of your nose like that. It's like a kind of pinch the bridge of your nose. Under your fingers are your olfactory. So your olfactory sends signal to the back of your brain, and in turn, the back of your brain sends signal to your body. So the back of your brains, we call it limbic system or emotional brain. It's responsible for your hormones, your emotion, your stress level, your blood pressures, and heart rates and things like that. The things that you can't control. So when we inhale essential oils, or when we smell something, it triggers our memory. Like when you smell flowers like lavender or ylang ylang, for me, it reminds me of my grandmother. So it's super powerful when you inhale essential oils, and how it affects your emotions and your physical response. So it just really, like, also the example is when you go to hospital, you are getting a surgery and you need to be put under, and they don't give you a pills or injection or anything. They give you a mask, and I call it pineapple mask. So they just ask you to count 1 to 5 or 1 to 10, and you just go out like that. So that's exactly the same how essential oils work, but with the pineapple mask, that's the difference, is that it's synthetic compound that you breathe in. So it's super powerful. Our sense of smell is like 10,000 times more accurate than any other sense of smell. And so so that's the first way to use essential oils. And I wanted to, because I can't help myself, I love easy air. So this is the blend of essential oils for, it's called clear blend, or we call it respiratory blend, or anything to do with your breathing, your respiratory support. So we use this a lot in our home when the kids have difficulty breathing, and so especially in winter and all that, and we always put this in our diffuser. So it's really good to expand your lungs and to help you breathe better, and so also really good for snoring people as well. So that's the first way to use essential oils. So the second way to use essential oils is topical use. So we know that our skin is permeable, and what we put in our skin gets into our bloodstream. And so when we apply essential oils on our skin, we recommend that you use fractionated coconut oil. Oh, I haven't got it with me. So basically just the liquid coconut oil that has been naturally processed to, just like that. It has been natural processed to remove the long chain. So it's liquid all year round, so very light, absorbable, and it doesn't leave any smell or any stain on your clothes. So we recommend adding fractionated coconut oil into your essential oils, or the other way around, and apply it on your skin. So when you apply essential oils in your skin, essential oils gets into your bloodstream within 2 minutes, and within 20 minutes it will get everywhere in your system where it's supposed to go, and including your brain. So that's why I love making my own body lotion, my own face serum. So I know what goes into those face serum and body lotion. And you can also buy very, very beautiful plant-based, no toxic chemical, unscented body lotion from doTERRA as well. So that's topical use. And the third way to use is for flavoring use, and this is quite controversial controversy for a lot of people, because a lot of people think that you are not supposed to use essential oils in water and food, but you do, because well, you do and you don't. But with doTERRA essential oils, with the purity and potency, and also with CPTG standards, and also on the bottom of each essential oil, each single essential oils, there is a little QR code, so you can go to a website source to you to get a like a test result, and you can have a look at what's in there and what level of chemical constituents in there. So it's very, very, very good, because it's so transparent, and that for me, I feel comfortable to use that with our children. And so with with the essential oil that you use for flavoring, you need to have a look in the label to see whether it's appropriate for your to use in food. So if it's safe for flavoring use, it's okay to use for flavoring. And because our essential oils has been approved by Food Safe Australian NZ standard, so it's safe, and you're going to be used basically just 1 drop per person per serve, and that's the standard use. But that doesn't apply to hot oil. You just need to use a little bit less, or a lot less, for hot oils like oregano, thyme, cinnamon, cassia, and things like that. So that's the last way to use, is for flavoring use. And now, who can tell me all 3 ways to use essential oil? Yeah, topical, aromatic, and flavor. So I'm going to dive into my daily ritual now. Okay, I'm going to start with morning. When I wake up in the morning, what I do and to use, what essential oils that I use. So I love using peppermint, because it really helps me wake myself up, or when I feel like I just can't wake up. So I'm going to put this in my diffuser, and I'm going to put like that, just like a little, and I just rub under my nose. It's just quite strong. Try not to do it, but I do it because when I can't wake up, I'm going to have to use peppermint. And I love essential oils called Motivate as well, which has peppermint and other essential oils to basically to motivate myself to get out of bed. So once I get out of bed, I love, I'm actually quite obsessed with one thing that I've been making recently, is my hair perfume. I would clean my teeth with the On Guard toothpaste, which has a beautiful On Guard in there. On Guard is the blend of essential oil. So it has clove, cinnamon, rosemary, wild orange, and eucalyptus in there, and it's really powerful. And I use this On Guard every day for protecting ourselves, really, especially for change of seasons and also winter. And so this On Guard, I actually add a little tiny, not even a drop, into toothpaste as well when I clean my teeth in the morning. And then I will go around and set a diffuser in each room, like in a living room. I love using peppermint and wild orange together, or I would use essential oils called chia, is like an uplifting blend of a lot of citrus essential oils in there. So, and if I wanted to do yoga, I add a yoga collection into a drop or two into my diffuser. And then that's pretty much all for my pre-breakfast routine. And I would go to the kitchen after that, after my yoga, and I go and have my beautiful warm water with a little bit of lemon essential oils or tangerine essential oils to help keeping everything going, and also to help detoxify my body. So lemon or tangerine is really good, or you can use any citrus oil that you have. And when I make my porridge, I love adding a little bit of cassia because I just love it. It's not as strong as cinnamon. So just a little bit of drop of cassia. But if I wanted to use cinnamon in my porridge, I just use toothpick, a little bit toothpick before I serve the porridge. And during the day, and then I would have lifelong vitality. Sorry, I haven't got it with me. It's really amazing whole food supplement. I eat really well, and I look after myself really well, and I refuse to take supplements for a very long time. So that comes in 3 forms. So you have the microplex, which is your beautiful whole food multivitamins, and then you have omega-3 6 9, which basically you get from land and marine, like fish oils and borage oils and flaxseed oils, which is really, really amazing. Usually when you get fish oils from wherever you get fish oils from, you don't actually, you just get fish oils, and often fish oils go rancid. But doTERRA infused essential oils in there to stop fish oils from going rancid as well. And also you get the algae and other extract as well in there. So it's really good for your brain health, and also antioxidant as well. And the third one is alpha CRS. That is jam-packed with antioxidants. It's going to help with your cell DNA. So so those 3 supplements, I take them daily and twice a day, so 2 tablets each, and that helps me so much with my sleep. So when I was saying that my sleep got better, that was about 80%, 75-80% that my sleep got better, and I was very happy about it. But when I start using supplements, it was like 95%, and there was like little odd days here and there that I didn't sleep well. That would be like 5-6 hours, whereas when I had a really bad sleeping problem, 2 hours was like the best sleep. If I had 2 hours, I would wake up jumping up and down, and very happy that I had a good sleep. So I'm very happy. So I cannot live without lifelong vitality. So anyone who haven't tried LLV supplements, please try, because there's nothing to lose. You can send the whole empty bottle back to get 100% money back guarantee, because doTERRA feels really strongly about these supplements, and they are the best selling supplements in the world as well. And in fact, doTERRA sells more supplements than essential oils themselves. So and in the evening, because of my sleep, because I have been focusing on my sleep, a lot of things I do is around my sleep. So around 4 or 5 o'clock, I diffuse balance blend. Balance is the blend that has a lot of beautiful essential oils in there to help calming your mind and your body, and to help you to balance. So I just add that into a diffuser, and to really prepare myself for the evening, for really winding everyone down as well. And so before going to sleep, I've got a really good routines that I implement, and I have been doing that since I was introduced to doTERRA, really. And so I I have a routine. So I go in a shower using lavender peace soap. If you haven't used that lavender peace soap, that is really, really good soap, and doesn't dry your skin. And it's infused with lavender peace, which has lavender, Roman chamomile, frankincense, ylang ylang, and cedarwood, vetiver, all the things that are going to help to calm you down. So you're gonna want to start from really early, like, going in the shower and kind of prepare yourself to go to sleep. So that is my passion, sleeping. And so then I fill up my diffuser and I add lavender and easy air. So I used to put lavender peace and easy air, but now I just use just pure lavender and in a diffuser and with a little bit of easy air. And then I use the balance under my feet to calm myself and help me to get into a really calm state of mind. And then I would put a couple of drops of copaiba under my tongue, and a drop of frankincense under my tongue. Should I talk about copaiba, Amy? So I'm not sure whether we have time to talk about it, but it's really amazing.
Please talk about it. It's my favorite oil.
Yeah, it's quite new. It's been around for a year and a half, but it has been very popular, and everyone talks about it. Copaiba. It comes from a tree in South America. So copaiba has a main chemical constituent called cannabinoid. Just like cannabis plant. So the names cannabinoids, people get really confused about cannabinoids, but cannabinoids is basically just another chemical constituents that found in, you can find this in cannabis plant, find this in copaiba, black pepper, clove. But with cannabinoids, it's just basically a signaling system in our body, which signal our CB1 and CB2 receptor. So CB1 is your nervous system, central nervous system, and CB2 is your endocrine system and your immune response. So we make cannabinoids as well, and plant also make cannabinoids. And so when we make cannabinoids, it's called endocannabinoids. And when plant makes cannabinoids, it's called phytocannabinoids. So sorry, little science here. And so there are three types of plant cannabinoids. So one is THC, which is marijuana. The second one is CBD oil. And the third one is from copaiba called beta-caryophyllene, which responds directly to CB2 response. So we use this to improve our immunity, and we also use this to help calming our nervous system down as well. But it has so many benefits, like frankincense. So it's highly recommend. I take this every day with frankincense as well. So, and that's what I use before I go to bed. And I add a drop of the lavender on my pillow as well. So that's what I do. Amy, do you have any routines that you want to share with everyone?
No, I don't want to over make people too crazy at 8 o'clock at night during lockdown. But just want to add that this is just the start of your essential oils journey. So Amy, you'll be receiving your oils in the next couple of days. Patricia and Selby, you'll both be looking at getting oils. We don't expect you to learn and know everything just from this little class. This is just an overview. When you become an Essentialist member, you become part of our community and come into our Facebook group, and we have a lot of content on there with videos and really amazing different recipes and everything. And also we have what's called the oil camp, which runs you through the top 10 oils plus a few, and how to use them for physical, emotional, and mental health needs. And that will go into much more detail around the safety of the oils and the uses and everything. We just can't cover it all in 45 minutes. So yeah, thank you so much, Pit, for taking this class. And welcome everybody to our Essential Oils community. It's really exciting to have you here with us. Yeah, thank you, Pit. That was awesome. Thanks, Amy, for joining us. Has anybody got any questions?
I realized I didn't talk about all of its 10 oils, but if you have any questions, and just let us know.
Yeah, that's perfect. Cool. Thank you so much, Pit.